Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel video. Today we talk about stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself. These three simple words carry a power that can quietly change an entire life. Comparison begins innocently. You see someone succeed faster, earn more, look happier, or reach milestones you are still chasing. Slowly, without realizing it, your mind starts measuring your worth against someone else's progress. What began as inspiration turns into pressure, then self-doubt, and finally dissatisfaction. The truth is simple but difficult to accept. Comparison steals peace, weakens confidence, and blinds you to the value of your own journey. Every human life follows a different rhythm. Some people bloom early, some late, and some grow steadily without dramatic moments. Nature itself teaches this lesson. A mango tree does not envy a rose for blooming earlier, and a river does not rush because the ocean is far away. Everything grows according to its own time. Yet humans, gifted with thought and awareness, often become prisoners of comparison. We forget that growth is not a race, it is a personal process. From childhood, comparison is quietly planted in our minds. In school, grades are compared. At home, siblings are compared. In society, success is measured by money, status, and recognition. Social media has magnified this habit, placing carefully edited lives on display and making ordinary struggles feel like personal failures. We scroll through images of achievements and happiness without seeing the sacrifices, losses, and hidden pain behind them. As a result, we judge our behind the scenes against someone else's highlights. When you compare yourself, you overlook your own progress. You forget how far you have already come. Someone else's success does not reduce your chances, and someone else's speed does not make your pace wrong. Life is not a single road where everyone must walk at the same speed. It is a wide landscape with countless paths, each leading to a different destination. Your journey is unique because you are unique. No one else carries your experiences, wounds, strengths, and dreams in the same combination. The hardships you have faced have shaped you in ways others may never understand. The delays you resent may be preparing you for responsibilities you are not yet ready to carry. Growth takes time because deep roots need patience. What grows too fast often breaks easily. Comparing yourself also creates unnecessary suffering. You begin to believe that happiness exists somewhere else, in another life, another body, another bank account. You postpone joy, telling yourself you will be happy when you reach a certain level. But happiness does not wait at the finish line. It lives in appreciation, in small wins, and in the ability to be present. When you constantly compare, you rob yourself of the ability to enjoy what you already have. Confidence cannot grow in the shadow of comparison. Confidence is built by honoring your effort, acknowledging your improvement, and trusting your ability to learn. When you compare yourself, you replace self-belief with self-criticism. You begin to speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. Over time, this inner voice becomes harsh and discouraging, making every step feel heavier than it needs to be. Stopping comparison does not mean ignoring others or pretending they do not exist. It means changing the way you see them. Instead of seeing someone's success as a threat, see it as proof of possibility. Let it inspire you without diminishing your own worth. Celebrate others without using their achievements as a measure of your failure. There is room for everyone to grow, succeed, and shine. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion that keeps moving further away the closer you chase it. Progress, on the other hand, is real and achievable. Small improvements matter. Quiet efforts matter. Consistency matters more than intensity. When you focus on becoming better than you were yesterday, not better than someone else, you reclaim control over your growth. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it is necessary. Constant comparison creates mental noise that drains energy and focus. Peace allows clarity, and clarity leads to better decisions. When you protect your peace, you choose environments, habits, and thoughts that support your well-being. You learn to step away from spaces that trigger unnecessary comparison and self-doubt. Trusting your path requires patience and courage. Patience to accept delays, and courage to continue even when results are slow. Not every season of life is meant for visible success. Some seasons are for learning, healing, and preparing. A seed buried in the soil is not failing, it is gathering strength. What looks like stillness on the outside often hides growth on the inside. Rising at your own pace is one of the greatest acts of self-respect. When you rush to match others, you risk building a life that does not truly belong to you. Success achieved without alignment often leads to emptiness. True fulfillment comes from walking a path that reflects your values, not society's expectations. It is better to move slowly in the right direction than quickly in the wrong one. Comparison also affects relationships. When you constantly measure yourself against others, jealousy and resentment can quietly grow. You may distance yourself from people you admire or feel threatened by their progress. This isolates you and prevents genuine connection. Letting go of comparison allows you to build healthier relationships based on support, not competition. When you stop comparing, you begin to see yourself clearly. You recognize your strengths without arrogance and your weaknesses without shame. You accept that you are a work in progress, and that is not a flaw, it is a fact of being human. Self-acceptance does not stop growth, it creates a solid foundation for it. Becoming stronger does not always mean becoming tougher. Sometimes it means becoming kinder to yourself. It means allowing rest without guilt, acknowledging effort even when results are small, and forgiving yourself for mistakes. Strength grows when you learn instead of punish, reflect instead of regret. Happiness becomes more accessible when comparison fades. You no longer wait for external validation to feel worthy. You begin to appreciate simple moments, a quiet morning, a completed task, a kind conversation. These moments may seem small, but together they form a life that feels meaningful and balanced. Unstoppable growth does not come from constant pressure, it comes from consistent care. When you nurture your mind with positive self-talk, your body with rest, and your goals with patience, progress becomes sustainable. You stop burning out and start building momentum. There will always be someone ahead and someone behind. That reality will never change. The only comparison that truly matters is the one between who you were and who you are becoming. Are you learning? Are you trying? Are you moving forward, even slowly? If the answer is yes, then you are doing enough. Let go of the idea that life must look a certain way by a certain age. Timelines are human inventions, not universal laws. Many people find their purpose late. Many successes arrive after long periods of failure. Your timing is not wrong just because it is different. Each time you catch yourself comparing, gently redirect your focus. Ask yourself what you can do today to move one step forward. Small actions, repeated daily, create powerful change. Comparison looks outward, growth looks inward. When you stop comparing yourself, you reclaim your energy. You stop wasting it on jealousy, regret, and self-judgment. That energy can then be invested in learning new skills, building meaningful relationships, and creating a life that feels true to you. Your story is still being written. Do not rush the chapters or skip the lessons. Every experience, success or failure, adds depth to who you are becoming. One day, you will look back and realize that the slow moments taught you the most. Stop comparing yourself, not because others are wrong, but because you deserve peace. You deserve to grow without constant self-criticism. You deserve to trust that your effort matters, even when progress is invisible. When comparison ends, clarity begins. When clarity begins, confidence grows. And when confidence grows, you move through life with quiet strength and steady belief. You stop chasing someone else's life and start building your own. This is your journey. Walk it with patience. Honor your pace. Celebrate your progress. And remember, the moment you stop comparing yourself is the moment you start becoming stronger, happier, and truly unstoppable, one day at a time.